Hi. I've had several executives recently that have come to me with relapses of loved ones. So, for instance, I was at a meeting the other day. One of the CEOs that I work with approached me to let me know that his son, who has been struggling with alcoholism and had been in recovery, showed up at Thanksgiving drunk. And it kind of basically took their Thanksgiving out. Both parents super concerned and worrying and wondering what to do next. And so I just, showed up to listen for one thing, but also let them know that there's a different way to do this. And certainly here's a few ideas. One is you got to take care of yourself. You got to figure out what are the boundaries that you're going to draw for yourself, the behaviors that you're willing to put up with, and what you're not willing to put up with. And so, how are you going to handle during the holidays when somebody shows up who's been in recovery and they surprise you with relapsing? Be clear before you get to the holidays. That's one. Who can you call? Most of us don't necessarily want to reach out to some people during a situation like this, but I can tell you that your success in this situation is going to be 95% based on the community that you surround yourself with. Who do you have in your court, on your team, that will listen to you with no judgment, will help you figure out how to navigate at a higher level, and what your next healthy steps will be? Again, someone who has no judgment around this, who understands the situation, and that somebody who is relapsed, again, is dealing with their own shame, their own guilt, their own judgment around their behavior, and they don't need more from you or someone else. Another thing is start listening to some podcasts that are healthy and will help you elevate your mindset and your game plan. I just did a podcast in December with Melissa Engel. So go to Thrive While Loving an Addict and just potentially binge watch some or listen to some of the podcasts that we've done over the last 2.5 years. I recently did an interview with somebody who will be on my podcast, probably in January, February. And she had been binge listened to or watched before we did the interview. And she said it was super helpful for her. And she runs a program for women who are coming out of a year-long treatment program for them to learn how to navigate and do real life again, sober and clean. And so high praise from Kathy Sipe. Those are all just some suggestions as to what do you do. And what I'd say first, again, I forgot, is breathe. Just breathe and be really mindful of the thoughts that are going through your head. I know that there can be some really destructive thoughts that go through your head, like, oh my God, here we are again. Are you kidding me? Why couldn't he just? Why couldn't we just? Why couldn't they just? I don't know if I can take this anymore. Really stop yourself at the door of those thoughts. Take some breaths, get centered back up, help yourself move from your brainstem, which is fight, flight, or freeze, back up to your neocortex, where you can make much better decisions out of creative possibilities that will serve at a much higher level. Get your cortisol washing, the stress hormones stopped. It's only hurting you. So again, resources, community, who's on your team, non-judgmental, drawing your boundaries, making sure that you are super clear about what you will and will not tolerate, and who you're going to be in the moment of someone that you love who walks in the holiday doorway who has relapsed? Who are you going to be in that moment? Just take some time to think about it, pre-plan, and choose a healthy pathway during the holidays for yourself and your loved ones. Take care.